let's do a quick weekly debrief no for week 12 this trading year, and ayun, let's do a forward guidance video no for week 13. So ang main goal ng video na to is to prepare all of us for the coming trading week, and ayun, to look at and study the movements no of the previous trading week of week 12. So sige, let's start with S&P 500. So S&P 500 for this trading week, actually we ended at a great bullish candle, no, weekly candle, printing new all-time highs, breaking above the 520 level, no. So actually looking at the daily time frame, medyo meron tayong onting weakness na experience, no, on the second half of the trading week, nung bandang Thursday and nung Friday. So parang may gap fill ka lang ng onte nung day after the Fed meeting. So ito yung Fed meeting day nung Wednesday, March 20. A day after, nag-gap up. Medyo nagkaroon ng onting weakness due to the Apple's lawsuit, no? And yung final na lawsuit ng DOJ, parang antitrust na lawsuit, no? So on Friday, nagkaroon ulit ng onting weakness actually, no? So parang gap fill yung ginawa niya. Basically, as long as we don't close below this 518 level, yung 50% netong Fed meeting candle, I think we're all goods, no, for our S&P 500. So let's open our moving averages. So looking at the key moving averages, 20, 50, and 100-day SMA. Yung green line natin, yung 20, 50, yung blue, and yung red is 100. So as long as ito yung configuration natin for our moving averages, still a bullish market, still in this uptrending channel. So actually, in terms of targets, ang main targets for the SPY, I think, is at around 530, 531 area, yung upper range na itong trending channel natin. So I think more upside for the S&P 500 should we re-break 523, no? But for the coming week, since merong holidays, I think merong mga pauses tayo may experience, no? Most especially end of March na rin, and based on data, based on historical data and statistical data, end of March is usually weak. Mid-month, the middle of March is usually strong, no? So na-experience na natin yung strength ng mid-month of March. So ngayon, most likely profit taking na, no? Dahil na rin sa mga holidays and as well as yung mga OPEX, yung option expirations, no, end of month. So that's our S&P 500 still looking good. Looking at our Qs, no. So our Qs for this trading week attempted to break out of the all-time high level, but medyo may slight rejection lang tayo at 450 area. But right now, trying to retest this previous resistance area, no? So this is serving as support right now, which is yung 445 area. So as long as na-hold tong 445 area, etong Fed meeting candle, yung high ng Fed meeting candle, which is eto, yan, I think okay pa naman yung Qs natin. So good thing that nag-resume siya or bumalik siya sa support trend line ng uptrending channel na yun. So somewhat a bear trap yung ginawa niya, in which break below of that trend line, support trend line, and recovers above it. Right now, retesting this as support level. So your MA20 is still trending upward. Also your MA50 and MA100. So looking at the big picture, still on an early stage markup yung Qs natin. Main targets natin for our Qs based on Wyckofian targets, 1618 is at 530, 200% is at around 630 for the Qs. Nasdaq, pwede nyo tignan yan, most likely at around 20k yung 1618 target. So no need, Qs na lang yung tignan mo, not the NDX, since our Qs is also tradable. So let's look at the equal weighted Qs and equal weighted S&P 500. So looking good as well, our Qs. So same movement with the market cap weighted Qs. So attempted to break all-time high again yung equal weighted Qs natin. Nag-gap fill lang na onte. nung Friday, but as long as yung Fed meeting candle nung March 20 holds, as long as it's not breaking below this candle low at 87 area, I think okay pa naman yung I think okay pa naman yung market natin. So our RSP, looking at RSP, sige. So same thing, no? A slight weakness on Friday. Looking at the big picture, still on a strong uptrend. Looking at this candle ranges or this trading ranges. So good pullback, good flag pattern yung ginawa niya, no, for our RSP. So all in all, looks like you have more outperformance versus the S&P 500 S&P 500, no, overall. So kung titingnan mo yung RSP mo, nag-pullback lang sa 20-day SMA and then strong rallies, no. So ayun, halos near all-time high lang din yung RSP natin. One of the most notable groups, IPOs, insurance as always, and online retail. So nat gas, oil and gas, pwede mo rin tignan. Another notable group is aerospace and defense. So let's look at the weekly changes. Top gainer natin for the week is home builders. Yes, so tama, home builders. Next is semicon. Dahil na rin sa Nvidia. Next is industrials and water. And then your banks. And then transportation and travel tech, which is away. Baka dahil na rin kay Lyft and Uber, no, yung movement with Uber. So passenger airlines, jets also looking great, no, in terms of weekly momentum, weekly changes. You have your Delta Airlines, you have your AAL, Love, JBlue. Interesting name as well due to the failed merger or cancelled merger with Spirit Airlines. So interesting play siya for me. So that's our market groups, no. So let's look at the charts, no. Let's look at the charts. Sige. So SMH, I think nag-pull back lang sa 20-day SMA and then right now about to for me, bound to re-break again the all-time high yung SMH natin. So next is our blockchain names, block ETF. You have your blockchain names basing near 20-day SMA. So instead of buying MSTR, which is kind of volatile, instead of buying Coinbase, you can buy block ETF, no, or amplify transformational data sharing ETF, no. So that's your blockchain ETF. Very nice structure, very tradable structure. But some signs of rejection on Thursday. If you're gonna trade this, expect some pauses muna near 20-day SMA. So as long as nag-hold yung 20-day SMA line for blockchain or block ETF, this is still a tradable, actionable trade idea. So home builders, ITB or XHB, you can check XHB if you're looking at the spider sector or spider ETF, no? Pwede rin yan. So for me, ITB, iShares is my preferred benchmark for our home builder names. So clear breakout of this base, very nice pullback sa 20-day SMA, and then right now printing new all-time highs, or actually no Friday lang, nung Thursday lang. On Friday, we saw some inside bar action. No, we saw some inside bar action for ITB. So next, great potential for ITB, for home builders, IPOs. So actually, big picture, IPOs still transitioning to transition to an early stage markup. So malayo-layo pa yan for me, no, in terms of the main target. So this is your accumulation base. If you're gonna consider yung 1618 target at around 48, gawin mo ng $50, malayo-layo pa siya. So right now, let's look at the immediate structures. So great pullback sa 20-day SMA line. And then right now, trying this area, $41 as your current support, no. So dating resistance, now turn support. Should support, no, turn as support. If not, if hindi mag-turn as support yan, next support level mo again is 20-day SMA. So for me, your March 20 candle, as long as hindi yan close below the March 20 candle, IPO still has potential. So same with your main index, no. So property and casualty insurance, KBWP. So actually gusto ko tignan din talaga yung mga charts, no, of our market groups if may potential. So for me, KBWP, uh, medyo mahirap na siyang i-trade since it's on a momentum mode. No emerging setups for me. So we can look at the individual names if you're really a bull in your insurance names, no? So nandiyan yung PGR, TRV. So for PGR, potential setup for this is your inside bar structure or inside bar setup. So not totally an inside bar, but a hover above the 50% of this past 10-day trading range. So that's your PGR. AIG, let's look at AIG. So in this weekly debrief, we're also gonna look at potential emerging setups, no, on interesting market groups. So AIG, no signs of setups muna, no. For TRV, I think meron, but ayun, it's a retest, no, essentially. So produce this RSI bear div. So ano siya? A reversal signal, but ang nagmanifest is basically a base building structure, no? So ayan, so yan yung base building structure mo or yung mismong base mo. So for me, for TRV, if you're gonna trade this, you can buy this at 222. Go long on the retest, no, of this mini base. So TRV is at an all-time high actually. So nasa mid-stage markup siya if we're gonna apply our Wyckofian theories. So, ito yung reaccumulation structure mo on the weekly time frame. So, since 2022, nag-base yan, nag-create na accumulation or did some reaccumulation on December, it broke above the all-time high, and right now, it's on the 1618 target. So, if ever man, if you're gonna trade TRV, you can buy at 222, bato mo lang at 243, which is the 200% target. Okay, so next is online retail. Interesting names. I think A-Firm. Let's look at A-Firm, although still below the 100-day SMA. So lastly, in our macro benchmarks. So usually tinitingnan ko din to yung US 10-year, 2-year spread, since it's a big since isa to sa mga main markers ko for a big downturn, no, in the markets. So once your yield curve uninverts, that's the time that the market corrects. So looking at the oil shock noong 1980s, early 1990s, yield curve nag-invert yung yield curve. So mas mataas yung yung short-term rates mo, short-term yields mo, basically. Once it uninverts, doon nagkakaroon ng crash. Etong S&P 500, yung orange line natin. So nung nag-uninvert, doon nagkaroon ng strong decline. Same with this yield curve inversion or uninversion pala, no. So nag-create ng base structure or accumulation structure, blah blah blah. So breaking above this downtrend line, yun, doon nagkaroon ng big crash nung year 2000. So yan yung dot-com bubble. So eto, creating another base again, no, sa lower area natin sa US 10-year, 2-year spreads natin. On the inversion, doon nag-crash yung market. So mukhang nandito na rin tayo, no? So we have this accumulation structure on the weekly time frame. Looks like an inverse head and shoulder in terms of our 10-year, 2-year spread. So once it breaks out of this accumulation structure, I think we will experience a strong crash. Maybe a big bank will fail, a credit event will be experienced. We don't know, but something to watch lang din, no? So sasabihin ko naman yan sa inyo. So starting with the net advance decline, negative on Friday, so that's kind of bearish. Same with the net volume spikes, more decliners with volume spike on Friday. Daily momentum ratio also weakening. You have your net 20-day high new low data also weakening versus nung Thursday na big acceleration toward the 900 area or 900 level. So that's a big sign that you have your buyers losing momentum, no? So mas mahina na yung mga breakouts mo or hindi na nila makapag-breakout off their 20-day highs. So 52-week high low data at a positive but slightly weakening versus no March 21 data. So secondary bread monitor, let's look at the 50-day structure data. So still at a positive but also a strong decline in rate of change nung Thursday. So from 611 naging 178 na lang. So let's look at the quantity, no? Quantity above below 20-day SMA line. So actually still at a positive, you have more names above 20-day SMA versus names below the 20-day SMA line. But all in all, it's a big decline from Thursday. So from 1K, naging 297 na lang, around 300. So weekly momentum still at a positive. So good signs pa rin for me, but you have a big rate of change, no? A big decline dun sa weekly performance ratio mo. Okay, so 49 minutes in na tayo. So all in all, let's look at the ano na lang, no, sa weekly heat maps natin. Weekly heat maps. Sana ba yan? Okay, sorry. Yan. So, yan. Weekly heat maps. So, you have your NVIDIA, no? Most value traded name, most actively traded issue. This trading week, up 8.5%, no? Or roughly 8.5%. You have your MU, 19.17% up this trading week. So, we can look at those names. So, MU. So, post-earnings display is a possibility for this name. So, good earnings gapper. Hindi naman big slam dunk. Closing above the $100 area. So, that's quite medyo significant siya for me. So, for MU, high probability it will create this flag structure. So, that's yun yung nakikita ko for MU. Baka antayin niya muna yung MA20, then saka siya gagalaw. So this is a possible setup for week 14, week 15. So that's something to be reminded din. So Arista Networks, so ANET up 9.37%, breaking above this monthly base. So this is your monthly base since February. Yan. So this is your monthly base. Looks like a neutral triangle or ascending triangle, doesn't matter. It's on an all-time high. Automatic buy siya, yung ganyan, no? Most importantly, it's above that $300 area again. For me, for ANET, since we're expecting a pause or pullback this trading week, since we're having some liquidity issues, for me, look forward for a 3 to 5 day pause structure for ANET. Then, if you fail to buy this breakout, you can enter or re-enter on this possible coil. AMD, one of our losers this trading week. SMCI down 13%. Same with MSTRN, Lululemon. So, you have Lululemon down 13%, 13.7% this trading week, kahit na you have some EPS beat and revenue beat as well. So maybe it's the forward guidance that affects your price action. Gets outperform, rating 278, 570 target. So meron kang $278 target. So maybe yung forward guidance for Lululemon is quite low. So Tesla, this trading week, experience some mean reversion. So nag-bounce sa 160 area, nag-counter rally toward 174, then right now resuming its decline. So pwedeng flag to if you're a Tesla bear, you can short this setup. So below 20-day SMA, below 50-day, below 100-day SMA line. So next target mo if you're gonna short Tesla is at around $150 mark. So for me, this is your strong support area, no? So may onting upside ka pa naman if you're gonna short this. So ito yung gap fill area mo for Tesla. So this will serve as a magnet. So downturn Tesla mo accompanied with your anti-catalyst toward Tesla, no, na lumalakas yung China EV names, no, like XPEV, like NIO, and other names, no. So BYD is the top manufacturer or top EV manufacturer right now. So price war plus competition issues, so most likely babay muna for Tesla. Yun. So this is our weekly structure or weekly heat map pala. I'm sorry, weekly heat map. So ARM recently binili ko. Looking good, no, on the Friday closing above this anchored VWAP. So I plotted this anchored VWAP or anchored my AVWAP dito sa Feb 12 candle, no. So this big volume candle. Okay, so for me, I'm anticipating a resistance trendline breakout for ARM. Yun. Okay, so basically this is our weekly heat map, daily heat map, some weakness, overall weakness on the market, on the daily, on Friday heat map. On the afternoon heat map, we experience some bearishness as well. So further selling na-experience sa market. Yun. So for this trading week, no, forward guidance, we have some names that we can focus on. Sige, hanap tayo ng mga pwedeng, since ayun nga, no, parang medyo I'm expecting a pause, I'm expecting a pullback, no, in the market, dahil na rin sa liquidity net drain natin for this trading week. Maybe you should lie low muna, no, in trading breakouts. So for me, what you can look at or what you should look for, no, is to buy on pullbacks. Pwedeng buy on pullback ka sa 50-day SMA or 20-day SMA. So yan, gamitin nyo yung FinViz Elite natin. You have your BTP Swing Play 2, pullback at SMA 50. So tomorrow, hapon pa naman yung pre-market session. So you have time to look for setups if you're under-deployed. If you are over-deployed, watch your stops. Huwag ka munang bumili ng new positions or new stocks, no, or new plays. So if you're buying pullbacks, buying the 50-day SMA line bases, eto, mga pwede. Analog devices, you have this clear accumulation structure or reaccumulation structure near the highs, no? So it's also transitioning to an early stage markup. May coil ka dyan, so this is a possible setup, no? So for me, I'm gonna add this to my stock list. So ADI is 50-day SMA line base breakout play. One of my bets is GT Cap. Although, ayun nga, no, after the earnings release, medyo meron kang sell on news. So sa akin, main trigger ko is recovery above 690. Yun, okay, sorry, na sidetrack na naman. Okay, so that ends my forward guidance. That ends my weekly debrief. So great work everyone for this trading week on week 12. So let's get it, no, for week 13. I hope we have a prosperous trading week this week 13. Sana mag-guide tayo ni Lord, no, for sa guidance and wisdom and even strength, no, to be committed on our trading decisions, to follow our rules. So sana hindi nyo i-violate yung rules, no. So we are on shaky ground. For me, that's I'm actually being cautious right now dahil dun sa nakita nating liquidity drain recently, no. That's some sign of a leading signal for a tightening financial condition. So pwedeng magkaroon tayo ng strong pullback in the market. Pwedeng bull trap yung nakita natin right now. If may questions ulit kayo, just PM me. Yun, sige, bye-bye na, no. Bye-bye.